つのパワーで敵を倒せ。トランスフォーマーシックスライナー。
Welcome back to another Plasticon review. Today we're going to cover Generation 1 Sixliner. Here's G1 Sixliner in his, broke up in kind of his train component modes. He consists of 6 trains, and hence the name Sixliner. He's a Micromaster. But let's take a good look at just a few of these little guys, and a couple of these over here to the side. And let's take a look at the some of the powered up modes here. First off, we've got one of the locomotives here. He's just a regular locomotive, like a little steam engine. And he's got this little twin cannon thing here on the back. Do you find it kind of cool how these actually attach to the vehicles themselves? It's pretty neat to see this. I do like the twin cannon on him. And I love the deco of just the yellow and the white on him. It looks really, really sharp. And let's take a look at this one. This is a knockoff, just to give you guys a heads up. The original would actually have like a little flip out portion of them out, so that way you can actually hook to some of the either one of the train cars, or even attach these guys to each other to actually make a train that could, obviously do what a train does. So they could actually latch. But anyway, what is cool is the train cars themselves actually can hold the components, so you can tell it's got a little bit of a little molding here for like the little wheels, and this one actually has like a cool little cannon on the back, which is pretty neat. It's like an artillery cannon. And it's just a neat little addition to having something to do with the parts whenever you don't actually have him combined into his combiner mode. I do like this a lot. As for this guy here, he's got a very similar situation going on here with a big twin double laser design. And these just peg right into the back part. They're really, really cool. I do like how this works. I don't mind actually the decals on this set either. It's pretty decent. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the first locomotive. This one would be more of a diesel locomotive. I do like this one a lot. It's very cool. He does not have, like I said, these don't actually have like the little flip down part that actually allows you to hook these up. It does not actually have rolling wheels. This would actually have real rolling wheels if it did. And it's just a very simple little train. His transformation is very easy. You just, as things want to be a pain for me, just flip these legs out, because it's tight. I don't really transform these that often, so you have to bear with me on some of the tolerance issues on some of these guys. There we go. Just flip that out, and then there you go. He's in robot mode. The original one would actually have 2 little flip out arms here, which is about where this gray is on here. These would just kind of flip up, and that's all you get. Very simple. Not bad sculpting on him. I do like the sculpting. I kind of wish there was like some kind of detail here. I might just go around and throw some Autobot emblems on this guy, but yeah, he's pretty neat. I do like him. And moving on to the next one, this is more of an electric type of transit train. These are mainly the locomotives. These wouldn't be like the full train, obviously. But I do like the white on here with all the black windows all just decked out here. I like the fact that the front end's got, a little bit of different color there. I didn't mention that front end of him has a little different color there as well. But he has a very simple transformation. He's just like the other guy. Just flip this down. And this would actually also have arms that would fold out about right here where the white area is on this. Fortunately, he does not have that, but he does have really, really interesting sculpting there for the body. So I'm very impressed with him. These guys tend to stand up better than the Jets do, as I keep knocking things over, because that's just me. I'm clumsy. And, no big deal. Let's go ahead and move over to the steam locomotive, and this right here just pegs in. It's got a peg right here that goes right in this hole. And there's a few of them that actually have that hole on the top, so you can put this on several different trains. You can see he's got even a smokestack here. He's got a little bit of a hole there. And he's got really, really decent detail. I do like him a lot. He has a very simple transformation. You just flip these down. And he would actually have fold-out arms, but he does not. And I don't currently have my other knockoff version of him that actually does the full transformation. But he does have some decent, I'd say, some really, really decent detail there. Like I said, he's got a big old screw there in the middle, but that's okay. We forgive these guys for what they are. And moving on to one of the first bullet trains. This is the green one. He even has yellow kind of picked out here, like on the headlight detail, which is really neat. I do like that. I love this because to me it's like a miniature Raiden. I really like these guys because of that. But yeah, simple transformation. You can kind of just push this down just like so to be able to get the legs to come out, and then push it back. And then this guy actually does have his arms that fold out. And there you go. And you got his robot mode. And all these right here would be wheels. These would actually be wheels on the original one. I did, like I said, have the original one as well. I just, like I said, throughout the years I had to get rid of some stuff. But, you know, I have these knockoff ones, and I'm very happy with these just as well. Here's another one of the bullet trains. I do like this a lot, like the TGV that's actually molded in. This isn't like printed on, which is cool. And he has a very, very interesting looking train. I do like him a lot. He has the same transformation as the other guy. You just kind of flip that up. His little arms kind of just pull out a little bit. And there you go. And he's got a decent little head sculpt, and I like these guys. I'm a fan of trains. I like trains, and I really love train robots. I'm really into those. And this guy here's the leader. I cannot remember his name for the life of me. He does have this weird knockoff Autobot / Decepticon badge. I still find these funny, and that's why I leave them on there. I just like what they look like. You can tell his head's sticking up because the original, his head would actually be flipped down here, and you actually just do this to flip it up. But if you notice, that's just the back of his head. That's because this guy transforms backward. And what else is funny is he actually has the wheels on front, but he doesn't have wheels back here. I didn't make the toy. Can't judge me on that. And the other thing I find is really strange is the hook that would actually come out here. This is all molded differently, which is kind of odd, but that's okay. And we just fold him down like this, and there you go. You can see actually where the two pegs are, where the arms would actually be attached. And the thing is, about this much of the train right here would actually be cut. So that way this would like fold up and down as his arms. But you can see he's got some pretty decent detail there. It's kind of in a sea of black. I might go back later on and maybe do a little more customization to this guy, because I've really been thinking about possibly going through and doing a little bit of stuff like bringing out like the face paint and maybe somehow fix some arms so he actually has some arms. That'd be kind of nice, but you know. And there's the 6 of them all together in their little robot modes. Now let's get these guys ready for transformation into the larger one. Let's move all this stuff here to the side, and let's prep the torso, and then we will prep each individual one of those. First thing you'll do is you'll just unpin this. So just unpegs the foot plate to the side. Same thing here. Unpin that to the side. And pull this back portion off, and then pull this piece here off, and then pull this piece here off. And that builds two hands. First thing you'll do is you'll take these things, and you have this peg right here, and it's got a hole right here, and you'll just push the two together. You got your torso. Pretty simple. And that's pretty much all the real prepping you have to do to this part of the robot. First thing you'll do, you'll take the center guy, you just kind of flip him up like this, kind of into this orientation. And then this actually has this part here that will actually push into these two little kind of recessed parts there. And when you push it in, it should click into place and it won't fall out. Perfect. And I'll set that down. Next thing to do, we'll prep the legs. This will just fold back up into its standard train mode, but then you'll flip this piece here up, just like so. Then you'll take one of these, and whether it's this one or the other one, I think it's the other one. One of these fits one fits the other better. That's just how this works. Here we go. This guy does not have Scramble City. You kind of can with the arms, but not the legs. The legs are actually designed for one and then designed for the other. And take him, same guy. It's funny how we have the electric and diesel locomotives and all the rest, and then the steam locomotive does something different, but then all the bullet trains basically form the upper body, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, we'll flip this hair back around. Just like I said, this is really stiff here. And then flip up this little latch. Just like that. And then we'll take, like I said, this portion here is what kind of pegs into it. It just kind of wedges in. It's kind of cool. But there you go. And they're like. So, it's down here. Let's see here. Okay. So what we'll do here is we'll take this portion here, and these will actually just kind of clip into the leg, just like that. So clip into the other leg. And you want these to be kind of about as straight as you can get them whenever you do this. That way you don't break these tabs off, because those tabs will break off if you're not careful. Not that far out. Oh, that's why. It's hitting the little tab thing there is hitting it. There we go. There is the bottom course. Up here to the top. And the top part, you take one of these guys. And like I said, these, it really doesn't matter on these guys. But just kind of move his arms up and just put him into this orientation. I mean, you can put the arms down if you want to, like, hide any of this robot mode, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. And then you'll take one of the fists and it will just slot in, just like so. And then you'll take him and just peg him right there onto that peg, just like that. And do the same thing with him. Take the whole torso and everything and push it all the way down, and do this here if you want to hide all that part. Then and slide this in just like that. And then put it on just like so. I'll spin him around. Much like Sixwing, he's got the little peg right here on the back. And I'll take him and just do this. He's got a hole right here. And you just peg it on. That way he's got a locomotive on his back. I always thought of it as like a power pack or something like that, because the way it kind of looks like a Duracell battery. I kind of like that about it. And then you'll just take the head and just hold it right on top of the other head. And what's funny is this actually does give you head rotation as well for articulation, which is kind of cool. And then you'll just take your little gun and you can put it in either hand if you want to. And there we go. There is Sixliner in robot mode and his combined mode. I do like this a lot. He does have kind of outward articulation. These, like I said, are very stiff on mine. And usually if they're really stiff, my suggestion is if you're going to pose them, kind of maybe support it here so that you don't actually break anything. Especially if you get a knockoff like I've got. These guys tend to hold up pretty well though, as long as you don't, you know, wrench on them too hard, I would say. He does have arm articulation to go forward on both, which is kind of nice. So that way he can actually pose a little bit. The legs are obviously don't do much, but here is Sixliner in his robot mode, and I think he looks fantastic. I'm really into this design. I've always have been. It's just something that I've just not been like really like that keen on everything having to be hyper detailed and all that. But here he is next to Sixwing. I think he looks really good. These two look great together, by the way. If you ever get a hold of these guys, they're really nice. And next to Mr. Godzilla, because Godzilla likes to wreck trains, remember this. And next to my little wheel jack that I've got, and a Slinky, because you know, Slinkies are a wonderful toy. Anyway, let's get all this junk out of the way. And you can find this guy actually on eBay. I've found several of these actually on eBay. And they're not relatively too expensive. They've kind of gone up a little bit in price since they are rarer to get a hold of now. One thing I did have to do though to get on this knockoff, just to let you guys know, in order to use the two little holes that are in the feet to attach these other parts, I did have to kind of widen them a little bit with the drill bit. Just a tiny bit, not a whole lot. Just to make them kind of fit in better. But you know, that's pretty much the only thing I've had to do to him that makes him work. I mean, he holds together very well. He's not going to fall apart. And like I said, knockoffs are not terrible. They're very, very good toys. And I think this one's great, especially since good luck finding a Sixliner or even a Six Train, because those two are very rare. And if you find the reissues that were done with the Kabaya kits and such, they are easier to get hold of that way, but they're still expensive. You're still going to be spending quite a bit of money on those. For some reason, he's trying to come unpegged on me. I don't know why he's doing that, but he's okay now. But anyway, this has been Plasticon. This has been yet another Transformer review. I'll catch you guys later because I have plenty more coming your way. That's it for now. Bye!